Hey, I just shot an entire video and I didn't realize that I wasn't recording. I haven't done this in a while, so you get the benefit of having a much shorter video to watch because I'm not going through all that again, which is probably better for the YouTube thing. I don't want to bore people by being too lengthy. Uh, we're going to go through really quick things to watch out to while intermittent fasting. You don't want to derail your fast. You see, I did this about a year and a half ago in an experimental fashion. I didn't really notice all of the support on YouTube or even some of the massive success stories. So I was actually going off of Google information, Google links and blogs and stuff. I don't know why I didn't look for it on YouTube, but I didn't. Had I seen people losing 100 and 200 pounds with this, I would have definitely gone all the way with it. So my bad. So, but the first time I did it kind of half-assed, and I still managed to take off, some noticeable weight before I stopped doing it. And if you go back to your old eating habits, you're going to gain the weight back. So anyway, one of the things I noticed was the whole coffee in the morning thing. Coffee in the mornings. A lot of people cheat with that. They like to add sweeteners and, dairy, like cream and stuff to the coffee. I think that can possibly break your fast and throw you off. So be careful. You really should be drinking black coffee, black unsweetened tea, things like that, green tea. No sweetener, no dairy. I know people talk about bulletproof with the butter, which I think is gross, or heavy cream, but that's still fat. You're consuming the fat, and you're supposed to be consuming your own fat when you're fasting. That's how you lose the weight. So if you're adding fat to the mix, how can that help? I don't understand that. If I'm wrong and you can prove it scientifically, comment below. Another thing is diet soda. I don't know. I've heard stories of people losing weight while drinking diet soda because it's diet and it's supposed to not have any calories and not cause an insulin response. But there's controversy because you have these so-called studies or observations out there saying your body tastes the sweet and therefore it triggers insulin. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. People say it like it's fact, but I see no proof of it. I'm not really willing to experiment with that because first of all, diet sodas and stuff, I drink them sometimes with my meal or whatever, but not during a fast. I don't need to drink them during the day. They're not healthy for you. They're not good for your stomach. So why drink them more than you need to? Stick with water, unsweetened beverage, and you'll be fine. You know? So the other thing is not taking a long enough fast. Some people, they like to cut it early, only do it at lunchtime, do it 12-12, whatever. Hey, it's your progress. But I've been doing OMAD, and I seem to like that, and it works for me. Other people like 18-6 or other variations. I do more in 18-6 or no, 16-8. I do more of a 16-8 or an 18-4. No, whatever. These numbers add up to 24, whatever. 20/4 is what I was trying to say. That kind of stuff more works for me. More of an one meal a day type thing. So make sure your fast is long enough that you're burning through your liver stores of sugar, and then you're also tapping your body fat, right? Another thing is when it does come time to eat, when your eating window opens, try not to binge. Don't start eating everything and anything in sight. Don't eat a whole container of ice cream. Don't eat an entire cake. Try to keep it sane, Some people say you shouldn't be eating ice cream or cake at all, but we want to be normal about this. You should be able to eat a certain amount of sweets or even refined carbs, and this should be able to work. And it's been working like that for me. I'm not a saint when it comes time to eat. I like your odd piece of cake or something, or a bowl of ice cream once in a while. Don't do it every night, you know. Honestly, I'd get sick of that if it was every night. But it shouldn't have to be a low carb keto thing to lose weight. Of course, you'll accelerate your progress if you're doing a low carb, of course. But not everybody wants to do that. I don't really want to do that. But don't binge. Don't consume your entire. Don't go on and consume the entire day's calories that you just gave up in your eating window. Some people say you can do that. I don't know. You see this 5,000 calorie a day guy on Dr. Oz. I don't know how he's doing it, but you know, try not to binge. Try to keep it sane during your eating window. And the other thing is going completely off on the weekends. You might not want to do that. I've decided to fast in a slightly less restrictive fashion on the weekends, but nevertheless, skip breakfast, skip normal lunchtime, and my eating window will open up anytime between 2 and 5 o'clock, depending on what happens or if that's possible for me. But I'm definitely not doing the breakfast thing. I'm waking up. I'm doing the fast. I decided to fast on the weekends. The first time I did this, the not fasting on the weekends and going back to eating breakfast, it just kills you on Monday. It kills you at the start of the week when you're not going to have breakfast anymore. So for 2 days, you get your body back into it. Then you got to break it again. And it's a constant battle. You'll still lose weight. I lost weight that first time, but it was harder to do. It was frustrating. So, you don't want to go completely off on the weekends. Continue the fast on the weekends. It's, I think it's an important component of this. All right. And like I said, when I did this the first time half-ass. I still lost weight. My clothes got looser. People around me noticed enough to tell me about it, that they noticed it. And other things like tight chairs at work in certain conference rooms became not so tight. I knew I was losing weight even without weighing myself. So I don't want to become a slave to the scale. I don't like becoming a slave to the numbers. So I'm really putting off getting I don't have a scale. My old scale I used to use for the HCG, that died in some kind of a flood or something that we had, a hurricane flood. So I really don't want to have to buy a new one. I'd rather just go by how I look, feel, and how my clothes fit, things like that. If I eventually have to get a scale, I will. I know it's kind of harder to say I'm making progress because I don't really have any proof of it to show you. But you'll just have to take my word for it. My clothes have been fitting better. I've been feeling better. My wife notices, drastic change will take a while on somebody in my weight class, right? So for it to really become noticeable, like in a video like this, it's going to take a little bit. But I have lost weight doing things in the past. I have tremendous willpower, tremendous dedication when I decide to do something. So, So don't go completely off on the weekends. You're just going to make it harder for yourself in the beginning of the week. So these basic things, I mean, we're only talking a few points here. These professional, slick YouTubers with the YouTube TV shows on this topic it's amazing. Every day they've got a new thing to, I guess that's how they get so many subscribers or whatever, but they say a lot of crap too. And, I don't know how many of these people actually ever had to really lose weight using intermittent fasting. They were never a fat guy like me, right? I think these guys have had six-packs for a long time, maybe their whole lives. And they're jumping on the bandwagon, some of them. And, it's good. It's a good tool. I'm not saying they don't do it or utilize it, but they're not regular guys, right? Stuff's entertaining. They do put a lot of science and studies out there, but I don't know. I think regular people need to support regular people in this, regular people with real lifestyles. My wife wants me to pick her up soon. So, that's about it. So that's it. I think regular people need to support each other, and we'll all get through this. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Let's get a discussion going. Anything you can enlighten me on. Hey, look, I'm all ears. And also, please check out the T-shirts. I enjoy creating them, and there's more coming. So thanks a lot. See you later.